So this was the underlying principle. And in this strategy, what happened was that there were three parts to this. So 2010 in the history of Zone was about exposure. 2011 was from exposure only, we were moving to exposure plus social plus a little bit of conversion. And 2012 strategy was built around exposure plus social plus conversion. The real ROI starts coming there. So what we did was that the traditional marketing funnel is basically from the eyeballs to the buyers, there are different steps, and we are more taking it to the next level. And the goal was, so how do we take it to the next level? The goal was to create a venue for Zone to generate demand and drive qualified visitors to the conversion funnel. So the strategy that we devised for them had different points: to gain our prospects' attention, to develop a platform whereby a two-way communication is there, to create more personalized and authentic relationship, to meet those things and drive and ultimately increase the sales thing. So these are the different levels of the consumers and the things that were targeted on. And after this successful strategy, these are some of the key stats that we did. Created more than 3 fan pages for Zone, launched more than 14 Facebook applications in a period of less than 7 months. More than 251,000 people have liked the Zone's different fan pages. Over 37.1 million times people have viewed the feeds posted by them. More than 140,000 people interacted with us through our page, through its post on a monthly basis. Some of the key milestones that we achieved. The number of fans, this is how the brand was taken to the next level, which was again the main thing. So once we start doing all those different social activities, there's a number of fans from 78,000 rose to 258,000, posting an increase of 221%. The post views increased from 1 million.
Both. But at the very initial stage, they realized the importance of this digital media. And in 1997, February 1997, they launched their first website, which was the news, in February 1997. And then they keep on growing. And now, right now, jung.com.pk is the largest newspaper website in Pakistan with 2.85 million unique visitors. And then Geo.tv, which is the second largest website, news website in Pakistan. And even the third one, which is the news.com.pk, that also comes in top 10 websites in Pakistan. Then we keep on coming up with new things, and recently we came up with something new, which was a streaming experiment in Pakistan. First time we did World Cup streaming in Pakistan, and that had a tremendous response in Pakistan, and almost 1.7 million unique visitors came to our website to watch World Cup in 2011. And more than 5 million people, there were more than 5 million. Okay, when we are talking about digital advertising, all around the world, we are facing recession. Every country in the world is facing recession. And digital medium is not, at least in Pakistan, it's not a must medium. It's a question, how will it grow? Is it going to grow? You will be growing at 3.1%. Out of home medium will be growing at 6.8%. But online medium will be growing at a much faster rate. That will be more than 10% a year. That will be 10.6%. And after 2011, maybe more than that. Let's look at Pakistan. How Pakistan is performing in digital marketing. If we look at the numbers, in 2008, it was only 110 million market, and in 2009 it became 380 million market, and in 2010 it was 418 million market. And growth was 2008 versus 9, it was 71.05%, and in 2009 versus 10, it was 10%. look at the print. This is the projected growth for print. If in all around the world, directed. It has global reach. Yeah. Time. Frequency capping. Campaign recall. If you compare it with other medium, it has a much more campaign recall than any other medium, like online medium. If you talk about general recall, it is general recall. Online media is 65% and traditional media is 46%. For brand recall, online media is 50% and traditional media is 28%. Message recall, online media is 39% and traditional media is 21%. And likability is online media 26% and traditional media is.
Do you have a voice? Do you have a voice? Video है? Oh, audio.
No, we don't have an audio. फिलहाल लैपटॉप के साथ माइक रखते हैं आप ये कर सकते हैं है मतलब
So it's not social media or local media or
of Junk Group. Up next, we've got Mr. Hassan Khan, the online media strategist from MediaMind, and he'll be building brands through rich media.
Hello everybody, my name is Hassan Khan. I work for Media Mind as a digital media strategist and account manager for Pakistan. Today I'll be discussing brand building techniques through rich media. What I'll do is I'll briefly discuss some of the concepts in brand building activities, and then we'll see that how those concepts can be applied in the world of rich media. First of all, what is rich media? Rich media is rich media are those ads, rich media ads, which contain images, which contain have sound, which have videos. But the most important part is they have interactivity. Rich media is basically engaging people with the brands and with the advertising itself. This involvement, this interaction can be in the form of the format of the ad. There are floating ads, there are expandable ads, there are takeovers, and the list is long. Then there are certain features that make the ad interactive. For example, data capture. You can embed games, flash-based games in the rich banner ads. So while the standard ads, the standard media may promote the brand awareness, the rich media ads are more focused on building the perceptions, which takes time. We have to make people learn, make people remember about our brands. Which definitely takes time, and people learn by repetition, by engaging with your brand, by interacting with your brand. In this, and we all know that we live in the fast-paced, busy world. In this world, everybody is trying to, grab our attention, the attention of the customers. We see advertising everywhere. So in this most common mistake that we do in online media, the online advertising, I'm talking about the advertising. So what we need to do is, you see in the BDL activation also, we reach out to the customers. We don't tell them that come to my office and I'll give you a great brand experience. You go there. You go to the shopping malls, you go to the universities, wherever your audience is, and you get the brand experience with you for them. So, why do you do that? You don't want to get lost in the desert. You don't want to build a very, spend a fortune and build a great car showroom in a desert where nobody will come. It's 80 times higher than the click-through rate. So rich media is more effective and more logical. So the third point we discussed was the branding time, that we need to spend quality time with your customers. Branding is like relationships. You need to spend time, you need to invest in time in order to make strong relationships with anybody. In standard advertising, let's talk about the offline world first. In offline world, you see, when you go to a marketplace and there is a guy who knocks at your window and he says, "Sir, ये body spray है, ये आप खरीद लें." So when you are just trying to sell without investing time, without in that brand building moment, आप अक्सर आप ये कह देते हैं कि वो शीशे नीचे नहीं, तो उससे बात ही नहीं होती। यही चीज on interaction part, and they were very engaging. And this ad was a bank's ad. They have used purpose shot video in the rich media creative. This is a video game, Spider-Man video game ad. It's a beer ad, but this ad had a complete website in the rich media ad. They had 3 commercials in this ad. They had you could socially share this ad on your MySpace account or Facebook, or email it to friends. So this ad had everything a website can have, but this ad was not in the desert. This ad was in where the customers are. You can add some digital concepts. If anybody of you want to join in, please write me. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Hassan Khan from Media Mind. Need I remind that an update of this link and a lot of the information would also be shared on Twitter. So you guys can also log on to Twitter live over the internet at pkeconomist.com. That's P.
I think a lot of the information that we've seen is overlapping, and you're probably already overwhelmed with numbers. Got it. Okay, great. So we've seen a lot of information about the online advertising market in Pakistan. We've seen the overall growth of the market from all mediums, from print to TV to radio. And we're at an inflection point. We're seeing big things happen globally. We've seen a decline in advertising in print media. And here, I think we're seeing the same trends along with the growth of online. And I think all of the speakers have been speaking about the exact same thing. Online is just exploding. It's doing fantastic. There's a lot here to be had. These are the latest numbers for 2010. You see that now we finally made the chart online. Previously, online was not split out as it's spent in terms of advertising. This is very interesting because what you'll see is there are two bars for each medium. One bar is the amount of time that people are spending on that medium, and the other bar is the amount of money that advertisers are spending on that medium. And you can see a disconnect. So for print, you can see that there's a huge premium. About 26% of the advertising spent globally is going into print, whereas only about 12% of the time that people are spending consuming advertising is in print. And on radio, there is the opposite trend. And you go to TV, and TV is fantastic again. You know, you have about 31% of our time is spent watching TV globally, whereas we're getting about 39% of the ad spend. But here's the opportunity. The opportunity is in online. About 46% of the online ad spend going to Google. And you know, these are estimates, and maybe you can be pretty accurate, but there's a big discrepancy between the top two sites and the rest of the site. It goes on. But the local advertising ecosystem is vibrant and it's growing. On Rosie.pk, we saw 1,288% growth in online ad spend over the last. Based on the kind of site, the ad premium varies, and these are the CPM rates, the rates per impression. And the quality of users is very, very important. The impact that you can hope to see. About 51% of Facebook users are between 18 and 24. So the top of the bell curve comes into an age group that's primarily either in school or has recently left school, from an educational perspective. Business websites, finance websites, professional websites like LinkedIn and our site as well with Rosie, you have working professionals with a disposable income. And that's where the amount of ad spend increases tremendously. So you can see from business, the CPM rate, distinct users on our site in 2010, 96% of them from inside the country, 154 million page views, 2.2 million registered professionals that have very deep information with us, including how much money they're earning, where they're working, age, gender, and the information goes on. So there's a huge opportunity to match their needs as consumers with the needs of the advertisers. And we have processed about 14 million job applications last year. In fact, while I've been speaking, we've processed about 1,200.